accurate, confident, light of foot, and she needs to sell this routine. Double layout, superb. Triple twist on the second tumble and she jumped out of it. So she's under control at the moment. Two superb openers and kept control through the spins. That's superb. And she's really working with so much grace and elegance. She's a tiny girl, but looking very much in control. 1.5 twists. Nicely into 2.5. Lovely sense of projection from her. And well back. Again, a little bit of swagger there, selling the routine very well indeed. Back into the tumbling. She needs to be just as accurate as she's been so far. The double pike, tiny little pace back. Do you know what? I thought that was delightful.
Absolutely agree, Mitch. I thought that was a really charming routine, excellent tumbles.
Yeah, lovely, and dancing to a medley of West Side Story. And what a story this would be if she could medal here.
Well, that was very good, because floor is historically not a great place for the Chinese gymnast, and that was a really special performance.
Look at the height. Spots the landing, plenty of time.
She was very precise with those landings. When, you know, she could have taken a little step, she disciplined herself not to do that. The only small step was on the final tumble, the double pike, but she smiled, she sold the routine, she made it a pleasure to watch.
Lovely way to finish for her, wasn't it? And, it is a delight to see work like that.
Ballgrass 14.133 for bars. She goes up into third. Two gymnasts to go on floor. Jordyn Weber and current leader Victoria Komova. Yao Yin Yan 14.766.
Come on, Joe.
Well, that's the score to beat.
Come on, Joe.
Jordyn Weber, last chance of a medal here.
Beautiful double twisting, double back. She'll be out to beat that score. The 1.5 walkout, very smooth into the triple twist. Clean triple spin. Good control on that series of leaps. Good split as well. Two and a half, punch run, just a step out. She was a tiny bit offline. Needs to make precise entry into this last big double pike. That was much more like it. Well, gave away just that 0.1 for a step out, but all in all, she's really fought back well.
Well, the score she needs to medal is 14.016.
I thought she could do that. I would be surprised if not.
Terrific height, look at that, double. Not phased at all by the pressure on it to try and get enough marks to grab the gold medal at the last minute. That pace out could be expensive though. Still in with a very big chance. How much damage has she done with that 10th away?
Well, her qualifying score was 14.5. If you take a 0.1 off 14.4,
Yeah. Such a different competition, this, from what we've seen the Americans.
they looked vulnerable, haven't they?
Indeed. What's it gonna be? Well, she's leading with one gymnast to go, a score of 14.8. Victoria, come over, from Russia. 16 years old. Can she score 14.367? If she can, she's world champion.
Great start. 1.5 twist through to double Arabian. Now then, big test for a medal. We wondered if she could come through the pressure. So far, plenty of energy from the double toe. Just a little skip back. Now she's well into the zing of the routine. Again, the crowd with her. Very precise in the leap so far. Just one skip back from the double tuck. How is this tumble going to be? Pretty much under control for the triple twist. Superb effort so far. Oh, and she dipped out past the vertical line at the end of those spins. The judges have room to deduct. Pulls hard and a slight buckle on the double pike. Well, that's her bid. Is it good enough?
I think she's landed that final tumble and knew she'd done enough.
Well, she's the gymnast that's worked without errors.
Consistent. With touches of brilliance too. Let's not just say, you know, I mean, she's got the work. The bars was beautiful, wasn't it?
Oh, and that floor routine was beautiful. Lovely tumbling. Her mother was part of the Soviet team that won the world gold medal in 1985. She's been destined to be a gymnast all the way through. And you have to say, does have similarities to Nastya Lukin in the real classical, elegant style. A beautiful gymnast and will be a great champion.
Very faithful to the swan leg choreography as well. Lots of the elements, the arm movements, the finish positions. Beautifully done.
And she's looking anxiously. The first time we've seen smile and relaxation.
Oh! Well, 14.333. She's gone into second. Just 0.033 behind Weber.
And you know, it will have been that fall out of the double spin, the spin with her leg up. They will have counted that as a fall, I think. Otherwise, why else that score?
Well, Weber can't believe it. Komova can't believe it.
She's decimated.
I honestly thought she'd nailed it.
Wow.
So did absolutely everyone here in this arena.
But you've made the point so many times, Christine. It's not only about the tumbles, is it? And that could have been very expensive, that spin, to fall from it. Look, what can you say to her now?
The
So upset.
atmosphere in here is just that of disbelief.
Absolutely. The only other place they would have had deductions was that final tumble. She landed, but her chest was down. But hey, you know, Weber put her foot out of the floor, so they'd been scoring floor quite reasonably.
Well, 2 sets of tears for different reasons.
Hannah Whelan, I can tell you, scored 13.258, and she finishes 9th.
Which is a fantastic performance inside the top 10. Really a superb result for Hannah and for Great Britain.
Yao Yingyan scores 14.766. I was talking to Beth earlier on, and the idea was to try and aim for that 12. I mean, to have finished 9th for Hannah, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Fantastic, inside the top 10.
But that's got a ring to it, isn't it? Top 10 of the world, that's got a real ring to it.
Really special.
Well, just look at the state of Komova. I feel for her. I mean, she finished that floor routine. She looked down, she had this beaming smile on her face. It was as if, that's it.
I wonder whether the Russian camp will protest that score. It's gone through, but they can protest the D score. They can protest the difficulty score. And we saw a couple of protests be upheld last night or 2 days ago. So I do wonder whether they might.
Surely they're going to have a goal.
You would expect so. You would if you were the coach.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, when you see her like that, she really is 16 years old. She gave into the pressure there, and you suddenly realise this is a young girl at the top of the game who really thought she'd done it.
And I don't think for 1 minute Weber thought she'd done it.
No. Wow. Komova, where there's, not much of a exchange of glances there, was there, between Weber and Komova? So, Jordyn Weber is the women's all-around world champion. Victoria Komova has to settle for silver. Yao Yingyan from China takes bronze. Well, you can't take it away from her. She had a phenomenal competition. She forced it in that style of the Americans. Go around, when things don't go your way, just try harder.
No, she did, and she was very, very admirable. And even on the bars where it was going wrong, she didn't give up. She fought on, and that's what gave her the chance to fight back.
Oh, absolutely devastated.
And Alexander Raisman doesn't look a happy person either. They came so full of confidence, the Americans, and I think when they got here it wasn't quite as easy as it had seemed.
Well, Raisman finished where she qualified in 4th. Yao Yingyan was 5th, Anna Pogras 6th, Afanseva 7th, Lauren Mitchell, great recovery from her, she finishes 8th ahead of Hannah Whelan.
Yao Yingyan, I thought she did a great job to come through and hold on the bronze for China.
As confirmation, this year's women's all-around final. Jordyn Weber, world champion by .033, ahead of Komova. Yao Yingyan takes bronze, Raisman 4th, Wang 5th, Anna Pogras 6th, Afanseva 7, Lauren Mitchell 8, and Hannah Whelan finishes the competition in 9th.
Yes, yeah. Looking at Kormova's difficulty score, they only gave her a 5.7 D score. In qualification, she got a 5.9 D score, so that's the big difference. Whether they, and I would suspect they didn't count that double spin with the leg held up.